What's going on YouTube? It's AKingsCreation again, bringing you guys back another video. Now in this video, we're going to go over arc raiders, the fastest way to level up as a beginner. Now these farming routes will be risk-free. It's not to say that any PvP player cannot attack you, or you might come across another player and they might shoot you, because every situation is different for everybody. But since I've been doing these farming routes, I have not been attacked, and the people that I did come across have said with their emote, "Don't shoot." So in this video, I will break down exactly how to prepare for each run, the amount of time that you need to spend, and also I will talk about the bonuses that you should try to receive before extracting out. So without further ado, let's get into the full guide. Okay, so before you get started, let's go ahead and talk about the skill tree first, because this will be very important to making our runs very efficient. So let's go ahead and head over to our raider and then go to skill tree. Now, these are the points that I highly recommend putting into your skill tree if you're starting out from level 0. You want to go ahead and work your way to first unlocking your movement speed while crouching is increased, but also you want silent scavenger. You want to make your way towards this one because you will make less noise when looting. Also, you want looter's instincts. When searching a container, loot is revealed faster. This is very important, especially if you want to see if you want to pick up anything while you're looting, but we'll get into that one. Next up, you want to put a point into pressure. You make less noise when breaching. Then also you want to try to get to proficient prior as well. Breaching doors and containers take less time. Next up, you want to go to your mobility tree because you want to go ahead and unlock marathon runner. Moving around costs less stamina, so you want to sprint around, try to get as many containers. Also, you want to go ahead and work towards youthful lungs. It increases your max stamina. So those are very important starting out. Those are the main skills that you need to work towards getting when you are trying to farm just for experience alone, especially when you're solo. We're going to move on to loadouts. Okay, so since we're just farming experience alone and trying to reach level 75 as quickly as possible, we're only going to focus on the free loadouts. Now, the reason why we're focusing on the free loadout is because we're probably going to die from something, and we don't really want to waste our time losing items as we're trying to just focus on experience. So the quickest way to get in and get out of each match is to just start with a free loadout. Now, let's talk about the actual match itself. So in order for us to really dive into it being completely risk-free, we want to try to have the least amount of disadvantages as possible. So we want to go ahead and do it completely solo. We want to make sure our fill squad is turned off and our crossplay is turned off as well. One, because we don't want any disadvantages. If you're playing on console, you don't want to go up against any PC players that are using mouse and keyboard. And also you want to make sure you minimize the amount of people you're going to encounter, which is mainly on solo. So once these are changed around, now we're going to actually get into the farming method. Okay, so the best map to really start on is Buried City. Now, the reason why we're going with Buried City is because it's kind of clustered and compact. A lot of the loot is in one small area and extractions is pretty small. So basically it's like a small version of, like, for example, Nuketown or something. It's just small compared to all the other locations. Now, as you're starting out in Arc Raiders anyway, you're going to unlock this after maybe, I think it's 10 runs, if I'm not mistaken. It's probably 10 runs. So with Damned Battlegrounds, it's the same exact process. Wherever you land to start the match, you're going to want to try to aim towards the extraction. Whatever is the closest extraction, that will be your farming route. You want to farm towards that direction. Now, in this video, if we want to talk about the fastest experience, it is going to be Buried City as of right now, especially in the beginning of playing this game. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into some gameplay clips of me doing some of these farming routes.
What's it like up there?
Where?
In the city.
Okay, before we get into a full run, I wanted to show you a couple of runs that I've did and the farming routes where the spawn was. Now, I spawned on the bridge for one of my farming routes, and I opened up a lot of containers on the way to the closest extraction. Now, this is this exact farming route that I taken before I extracted out, and I achieved about 8,000 experience for that run. Now, here's another run where I spawned on this side of the map, and then I came all the way through, hit the apartments, and opened up a few containers as well as some shelves and some drawers. And I actually acquired an epic on that run. Now, here is another run where I spawned kind of like in the bottom or middle of the map, and I took a route through the middle of the map. Now, this is where I encountered some players because we're going through the middle of the map where more people are more likely going to be. And I ended up extracting out with a lot of experience, about 7,000 or so. Now, let's actually get into the full run. Okay, so when you go into the match, your goal is to survive and also spend at least 10 to 15 minutes into each match. Now, you also want to go ahead and try to damage a few arcs along the way. Very small ones. You just want to do a little bit of damage, or you can destroy them for the loot. Now, keep in mind, this is a farming experience guide, so you just want to only focus on experience. So I highly recommend just damaging a few of them and then going and continuing your scavenging hunt. In this gameplay, you will see me going through the entire map for about 10 to 15 minutes, as well as damaging a lot of arc, especially where I spawned. Apparently 3 of them came out of nowhere and I had no choice but to damage the arc. But I highly recommend only trying to scavenge. Now, if you really do want the loot, I highly recommend picking it up, but you don't really want to pick it up if you're just going for experience. You want to just go ahead and open up the container and then back out as quickly as possible, move on to the next one, open it up and back out as quick as possible, open it, so on and so on, until about 10 to 15 minutes. Your goal is to open up at least 30 to 50 containers per match. Now, this won't happen every single time because, like I said, every match is going to be different, but your goal is, your 2 biggest goals is to survive, stay about 10 to 15 minutes. Okay, both of those are very important. Then obviously you want to extract out and then go for that 30 to 50 amount of containers. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and leave this gameplay for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this guide. If you do, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
return to Speranza. Repeat, 10 minutes. Go to that metro.
Look, boss man coming. Out of breath, but I seen light running. Did it by myself, hoping team might come in. Started seeing red, so the green might come in. They was talking trauma, they ain't seen quite nothing. What you know about foster homes with your brother? He ain't living at your mommy house. What you know about cops at the door, guns drawn, and they trying to call your daddy out? I done seen it all. Taken from my mama. Now I'm finna ball. Better come with commas. I done seen it all. I done felt the trauma. Taken from my mama. Now I'm taking commas. Think we the same and that be offending me. Ain't losing friends, but I did lose some frenemies. I'm powered up, no more taking my energy. Stepped in the back.